Hey y'all, I wanted to share a bit about Ridgefield, Washington, and in particular, a brand new development called Paradise Point that I'm really excited about. Now, Ridgefield, Washington has seen explosive growth over the past several years. When I was growing up in Clark County, I grew up in Fisher's Landing, so almost the opposite side of the county from Ridgefield. And I had a friend that lived in Ridgefield when I was a kid, and it felt like driving to the ends of the earth when I would go to hang out with him. There was nothing out there. Well, fast forward about 20 years, and that is just not the case anymore. Ridgefield has developed into an incredibly vibrant community, wonderful schools, very convenient being so close to I-5. You've got a lot of natural beauty. There's a wonderful wildlife reserve over here. You're close to the Columbia River. And even though it is further north, it's not as far north as it sounds or looks like, again, because of your access to I-5 and how easy it is then to drop down to downtown Vancouver. You're about 35 minutes, 40 minutes from PDX. So Ridgefield is a great, great spot. I'm going to zoom in on it a bit here. A lot of building is going on in Ridgefield, where the Taco Bell logo is, at this corner of Pioneer and Royal Road. There are several new grocery stores and restaurants, and mostly local restaurants, which is very cool to see. There's also a brand new Costco that's going in on this corner right off of I-5 and Pioneer Street. But the community that I'm really excited about, Paradise Point, is just a little bit further north here on Royal Road. So you come up Royal Road and you can see Pacific Lifestyle Homes. They've already got their marker in here, but this Paradise Point community is being developed by HSR Capital. They're a fantastic development group. There's going to be multiple phases to this community. So this is going to be a multi-year. There's going to be a handful of different, mostly local builders that are in this community. There's going to be a gated community part of it in future phases. But most immediately, we've got the first phase that's opening up, and that's going to be built out by Pacific Lifestyle Homes as well as New Tradition Homes, two fantastic local builders here in Clark County with great reputation. Now, both of those builders were also in the very, very popular Clover Hill and Seven Wells communities that are just a little bit further south on Royal Road. I know a lot of people are kicking themselves for missing out on the opportunity to get a home in those two neighborhoods. And so if that's you, well, I have good news. Paradise Point is your next chance to make sure that you get an awesome home in Ridgefield. I've also, as I've talked with the builders, heard that the lots in here are going to be about 7,500 square feet and larger, which if you're from Clark County, you know that 7,500 square feet is actually a pretty good size lot. With that, the builders are going to be offering single level plans that range from about 1,900 square feet all the way up to about, actually, I've seen some of the single level with a bonus room upstairs that are pushing 3,200 square feet. So a big range of single level homes, as well as, of course, all of the two-story plans that builders will be building in there. The topography, I'll show you that view. It was a farmer's field, and so I expect it's going to be relatively flat. Most of the lots will be relatively flat. I'll go out there and make an update video. I'll do some drone footage as well as just some on the ground video to give you a better feel for it. But for this first phase with Pacific Lifestyle and New Tradition Homes, it looks like pricing for homes is going to start in the mid 700s and then go up to about $1 million for the base price on a home. Now, both of the builders do have wait lists that they've been developing for several months now for this community. Because Ridgefield has gotten so popular, if this is something that you're even remotely interested in, you're going to want to get on one of those wait lists or both of them right away. And that's something that I would absolutely love to help with. I've got relationships with both of these builders. I'll be able to help you through the whole process, make sure that you're getting the very best deal, also make sure that your interest interests are protected. I know that there's a lot of, do I need an agent when I'm working with a builder? And having been on the builder side, I've absolutely seen the value that a buyer's agent brings to the transaction in having somebody who's dedicated to looking out for your very best interests every step of the way, and who's able to counsel and guide you through the entire new construction process, which has a lot of ups and downs. I don't know if you've talked with anybody who's gone through the new construction process, but there are some seriously high highs and there are equally as low of lows. And so you do want to have somebody who's dedicated to you and on your side to help you navigate through that entire process. There's a few photos I wanted to show you that HSR has published of the development. This gives you an idea of what the land looks like for Paradise Pointe. Ridgefield is so stinking pretty. I love the Pacific Northwest, but you really can't go wrong living in Ridgefield. On a clear day, you also get views of three mountains. You've got St. Helens, Adams, and Mount Hood. So really beautiful area. And then of course the builder websites, there's not a whole lot up on these right now. I can talk you through the differences in amenities and kind of what I've experienced as I've worked with the different builders. New Tradition's got a little bit more information published right now with the available floor plan. So these are helpful to click through, but again, I can save you some time by making some recommendations once I know what your needs and desires are. Again, the amenities are listed here. But this is going to be a fantastic community in Ridgefield. It's going to be really beautiful. Homes here hold their value exceptionally well. So if you've been looking to get into Ridgefield, I think that this opportunity is going to be tough to beat in 2024. And I'd love to talk with you about it if you are interested. So go ahead and shoot me an email at nick@thetartanteam.com, or you can set up a time for us to connect using the link in the description below. But hopefully that's a helpful, I was going to say high level overview, which feels funny to say as we're looking at a satellite view. That's about as high level as you can get, frankly. But if you do have questions, I'd love to hear from you. And like I said, time is of the essence. There is a wait list that's forming for this community already. And if you're interested, I want to make sure that we secure your spot to get you the best possible lot and build you the best possible home in what I know is just going to be a fantastic neighborhood. All right, talk to you soon.